Rehoboth has been in a growth and development phase over a number of years, and we have been adding buildings for some time. In the last round of needing to add buildings, we went out for tender, and the reason for going out for tender was that we were able to secure a government grant. Part of that is that the government required us to tender, and Alita was the most successful company. We'd also gone through a fairly rigorous process of ensuring that this wasn't just a cost exercise, but it was making sure that it was a builder with credibility, and we had gone and visited some of the buildings that Alita has done before. We had spoken to previous clients and made sure that it had a good reputation, and certainly it ticked all the boxes for us.
Yeah, the experience has been very positive overall. If I had to sum it up, I'd say that Alita worked very hard on our behalf. It wasn't just about fulfilling a contract, but building a relationship.
The words we would use are engaging. They certainly came to the party in terms of keeping us well informed of what was happening step by step. Project meetings were held on a regular basis and certainly ironed out a lot of the difficult parts as we went along with the construction. The other word that I would use is that it was an ethical company. In other words, what we got was what they had agreed to and what they had said they would give. And we were thrilled with that. We were thrilled that the company had really kept to their word and were not trying to hit us with a lot of variation orders and things that we've experienced at times before. I think the third word for us was that it was a company that had been looking after our interests. And so for them, they were keen to hear what a school was looking for, and specifically in our model of education, what it was that we were interested in. And we're trying not only on the plans, but in terms of some of the finer detail in classrooms and in office administration areas, is to give us what we were looking for, and we were really pleased with that.
Another word I'd add to what Mark was saying would be grounded, that there was just no pretense in dealing with the team. Very friendly, always approachable when we had questions and issues to resolve and that sort of thing. Always had the sense that behind the team that we were dealing with was a strong team, that Alita, in a broader sense, was coming from a good place. If I'm honest, I have to say that Alita exceeded our expectations in an overall sense. You're always nervous when you start those kind of new partnerships. You know, is it going to go according to plan and how you hoped? Are they going to deliver what you're expecting them to deliver and that sort of thing? And then particularly in building, you're always conscious of delays and budget blowouts and that sort of thing. So we were thrilled when Alita was able to deliver this project on time and on budget. Yeah, it was just a wonderful experience to have that happen.
The first thing for us is that the building was delivered on time. We were under huge time pressure to try and get the children into classrooms, and for us that was a big ticket item, and we needed them to be able to deliver. Well, it was delivered slightly before the projected end date, and that kept us up to speed right from the very first week in terms of how that was tracking, and we were really thrilled about that. The second part for us was that we wanted to be engaged in the process. We didn't want a building to be delivered and then to start the discussion about what worked and what didn't, and what we were happy about and unhappy about. But instead we were able to do that on a weekly basis. For us, there was a whole team that was working with us to try and make sure that happened. There was a site supervisor that was constantly on site and was engaging both with us and with the trades, and we were able to get our wishes and wants known. We were also dealing with a project officer from behind the scenes who was dealing with contract and making sure that we were on track with what was busy happening. And then we were dealing with others if we wanted variations or changes as we made. And I think for us, the flexibility was absolutely wonderful. So we requested a number of things during the project as it went, and we asked for those changes to be made sometimes at fairly short notice. And we found that Alita were really accommodating to try and help us to get it across the line, which we truly appreciated.
Yes, I believe Alita did have our best interests at heart throughout the project. Everything from, particularly being a school, obviously things like student safety and that sort of thing is paramount, and then you go into everything from bell times to term dates and that sort of thing, and keeping it all ticking over. And Alita were very sensitive to all those needs, and were able to accommodate and kind of manage the project in such a way to manage those expectations and safety of staff and students, and accommodating the enormous number of visitors we wanted to bring through the site, and all these things, yeah.
For us, the thing that was really, really relevant and was very important was that we had a builder that was going to be with us right through the design phase, right to the handover. And we wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to be us dealing with a whole heap of consultants, a whole heap of different architects and designers. We didn't want to deal with a whole heap of issues from council. We really wanted one builder to take care of the whole package. And for us, we were really thrilled that the whole way through, Alita took care of every bit of the business. The second part was we wanted a builder that was going to be really interested in the design. Our experience has been that we've had a number of professionals that have come on board in previous projects that added costs. And from the beginning of the project, we were thrilled with the people that we engaged with from Alita that helped us and showed us cost benefits, showed us ways of cutting down on the building or of expanding the building in areas that were absolutely critical, so that we were able to get what we wanted at a really, really good price and make sure that we stayed within budget all the way through. For us to land a project of this size on time and within budget is no small miracle, and we're absolutely thrilled at that it's a woe to go, or perhaps rather a beginning to end solution, which is what we are looking for.